I hope you're having an amazing day. My name is Colin, and in this video I will show you my one easy trade a day to make $2,500. This is not financial advice, just my opinion, something I discovered which works well for me and might not work in the long term, but it was too good not to share with you. So I've already shared this in my actual Telegram group where I just started this, trying to keep everybody up to date. If you're interested in joining this, check the link in the description below. I do a $100 Bitcoin giveaway every single week. So the project is called Altura. And in the current hypey volatile market, I've discovered a great opportunity for myself, in my opinion, to leverage this opportunity. So what it actually is this coin is quite unstable, right? It goes up and down in a specific pattern. I take advantage of this pattern. So depending obviously on how much money you put in, you're able to get money out potentially. And in a second, I will show you the actual graph, the actual pattern that we're looking at. But this Altura is basically where blockchain meets gaming. They have a gaming NFT platform. It's quite hyped. They have some big backers behind them. So they got CryptoBlade, CDFI, Chainlink, FTX, CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, alright. So this is just the information on where it's available. But it's been quite a hypey project. A lot of people have been talking about it, but the project is not really moving forward that well as far as it appears. In CoinMarketCap, it's still not verified, but the project has been on an amazing run. As you can see, as most gaming projects, the last month and a half, it has been really taking off from 4 cents all the way to an all-time high of about 45 cents. And now it's going up, down, and this is where I take advantage of the volatility in the market. So I like to grab my PooCoin chart. I got it on 10 minutes. Obviously, to be fair, I've been only doing this for about 2 weeks. I have no idea what I'm doing, but in the other businesses that I own, I do a lot of pattern recognition in terms of data patterns, and that has been an advantage here, because basically what I do is I look for a specific pattern, which in these graphs is not that difficult to do, and once I find the pattern, then I basically take advantage of that. So this basically goes all the way back to the 1st of November. We will zoom in a second, but what you'll see is this is basically where the all-time high hit, and then it goes down, up, down, up, down. And you see these small, basically, dots coming in. So if we zoom in here, high, low, high, low, high, low. This trend, right, this pattern, repeats itself small here, repeats itself here, repeats itself in a huge dip here. Right, repeats itself here. So these jumps is what I've basically been leveraging. I haven't jumped on these small jumps because this is basically, well, 24 to 30 is still worth it. We need to zoom in a second and I'll show you. But that's basically what I've been doing. So when you look here, so for example, this dip, I just have notifications from CoinMarketCap on my phone. Whenever Altura dips below 24 cents, I want to get notified. So in this example here, this is the opportunity where I actually recognized the pattern very late, but I wasn't looking for it. And this is, I think, where I got in. This was November 4th. Yeah, could be. It was earlier this week, so maybe it was a little bit later. Maybe it was after this big one. But basically, the whole idea is every single time this graph, it resets. Right, so it goes down to the 24-23 cent range and then it bounces back up. So whether it takes a dip to maybe 26 cents, so I think this is the one where I got in. Today is the 12th, the 9th, 3 days ago, because I saw the pattern before. I bought in with like 1K and then I flipped it. It wasn't that significant. But what I did was I dropped it here, and I got some screenshots of that as well, where I put it on 26 cents. And then basically within a matter of half a day, I sold it on like the 30.5 cents, right? Which that trade with 10K turned out to be 1.8K profit in like maybe 10 hours, right? I remember before I went to the gym, I bought in, I told my buddy, and then late in the afternoon, in the evening, I dropped that bag already. And that was a successful trade. But what I realized is that there's like these small bumps, right? So you might have to wait 1 day, which is completely fine. But there's like these large spikes down, right? Here again, large spike down, and then an upward trend. So if you would look at this, 20 cents, yeah? all the way up to 27 cents, which is about 30% gain, right? Here again, low 22, all the way to 30, which is about even higher, almost a 35% gain, right? 35%, of course, if you're dealing with $100, it's not as significant, right? You need to watch the slippage, right? Because I was doing this on PancakeSwap, but if you're playing as me, I can do between $10,000 and $50,000 per trade, right? How comfortable I feel with this, as I just realized this, not comfortable, right? So I will do 10,000 until I've done it like five times. I will up it to 25,000 probably, and see what I can get. But the thing is, I have a strong portfolio of coins that I hold for more the longer term. Now the market is so volatile, I'm not that sure. So I have moved a lot of my coins into stable coins, and I'm willing to take a lot more day-to-day risk instead of holding for longer periods of time. Because I assume the last time I was in the market crash, which was 2020, right? The end of 2020, when the real blow of top happened, I got burned, right? I lost like 60 grand because I wasn't prepared. So this time, I'd rather be a little bit too scared, missed out on some profits, but keep all this moving. So again here, I think this was last night. Yeah, this was last night. I told my people in the Telegram group, I think it was right here. So I told them here, like, hey guys, you missed the low again. It's going up. I can tell you it will move in a downward trend. And once it reaches that low, I will let you guys know. Well, this was at 1 p.m. I called it, I think, right here. So at like 10 a.m., I sent a text message in the group like, hey guys, I'm not moving on it because I'm in the gym, so I don't have my laptop with me. But if you are ready to move, then move now. Right? Of course, when it got here in the evening, right, I got home from work, I got home quite late, I texted them in the Telegram group, guys, I told you that this was about to happen. Like, I'm not a genius, right? I know nothing about crypto. I don't even know technical analysis or nothing like that. I just can see the pattern, right? And when you can see the pattern, use that to your advantage. Okay, so one very important thing, right? We never know how this crypto game is going to go. It can go all the way to 40 cents. It can also drop all the way to 10 cents, right? But the average pattern is what you work with. So if it has bottomed out and then topped up again over, let's say, I think 8 times is what I counted before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times. Right? If you don't count the really small ones. 7 opportunities over the last 7 days. That's 1 opportunity a day to make the flip, right? Of course, you're not going to catch all these opportunities and it might not always go well. But the idea is this, yeah? If you step in on 21, yeah? 21, 23, for the last 7 days, right? Okay, so the lowest it has been was 20, right? So the pattern that I see is that if you buy at 2023, the maximum you could lose is 10%, right? If it bottoms out at 20 and then it will rebound again because that's been the lowest low for the last 7 days, right? The highest high has been probably the 36, no, 38, 46. I wouldn't assume it would go there, right? So what we see is that probably if it goes to 30, you should just take your profit, right? Be happy with your 30% gain. Do not be too greedy. In my opinion, that's what I'm going to do. If it goes up even more, so like let's say it does become super bullish, get to like 40, 45 cents or anything like that, then of course drop everything, take your money, and that's super beneficial. However, I calculate with the 30% profit, right, in this example. So let's say out of the 7 times right now, 7 times it has hit the 30%. Any time, even if half of the times you would lose because you're not correct and you sacrifice that 10% every single time, and maybe sometimes it will bottom out to maybe 10 cents, which it has never done, but it could happen, right? If you take 7 times 30 cents, 30% already, then if it goes one time down 20% and you need to wait for the recovery, that's okay, right? Because you've already secured the bag. What's very much important is I wouldn't compound your profits. So if you put in 10K, in my situation before, I get 11.8K out, 1.8K profit. Do not invest the 1.8K, right? Do not become greedy and try to compound this shit. That would be smart, but it's also the most risky, right? And in my opinion, that's not the right thing to do. I would just play with the 10K, maybe build that additional asset, which is now 1.8K, the additional bag, to also 10K, and then you have 2 bags of 10K, and you might be able to play 2 charts at the same time, right? Just know that the increased risk is not usually always worth it. Look, it's going to move another leg. I think the opportunity will come again later today. It would be funny if you're watching this video right now, you pull up this PooCoin chart and you can see that it will go down again. So it might make another W pattern, and then bang, it's going to come somewhere here, I assume. Lately, I don't know technical analysis. I really want to research it because I've been calling some charts just for the fun of it with my boys here right in the office. You know, my employees, they also like the crypto game and everything. And I've been calling some charts, especially about the bigger coins we have invested in. And most of the time I'm right, like 90%, which I cannot argue why. But yeah, if you just see the pattern, you see it, and I'm taking full advantage of that. I think Altura in general is a pretty cool project. So if you go to the Altura market, the NFT marketplace, it's like up and running, right? It looks good, it feels good, it feels kind of like hipster techie, right? And they have everything. It doesn't load that fast, but maybe it's because I'm recording and got my ad blocker on. But so far, it's like a decent project. It's quite interesting. However, later this month, I think they come with the loot boxes, so that might disturb the pattern a little bit. But so far, looking at their calendar, there's nothing really too interesting on the planning which could disturb this pattern, right? They don't have any big announcement. There's no marketing hype. The market cap is stable, around 360 million, right? Which is for a market cap this level still enough to become volatile. So if it would be like around 1 billion, you usually see the stock chart become stagnant. Only big purchase like 100, 250K can really do something in the trend. Right here, if you would trade like 10K, 16K, that's already going to impact the chart. So this was 923, right? Let me see what time that was. That was just now, I think. Yeah, let's put it to a minute chart. So I usually look at the minute chart and I look at the candles because I like the hollow candles best. But like 923, zoom all the way in. Yeah, I'm using a MacBook mouse, it's not ideal. Yeah, so 923, the sell-off, right, which is about 26K worth, probably from the same wallet in 2 transactions. What was a very interesting move because it pushed it from 27.7 to 27.2, and obviously like dips like this, I wouldn't because of the PancakeSwap slippage and the cost take advantage of like these dips, right? Because it's just not as significant. You just have to be patient, and I think that's the main rule that I found, which I'm not, right? I'm super chaotic and I'm not patient at all. But if you look at the overall chart, being 30 here, this is the 11th at sleeping time, 12:30, and then 2 hours later you would get a notification on your phone like, hey, it's time to buy in, right? Well, 25 is maybe a little bit high still, but you could then sell at 30, which is about 20% gain, which is not bad, right? For waiting just 4.5 hours. The thing is, I wouldn't sacrifice my sleep for 20% gain, right? But if you would, then that's great. I don't think you have to sacrifice sleep because this pattern literally repeats every single day. And sometimes you might be wrong, right? So let's say, well, this is too high to buy anyway, so this doesn't fall into the pattern that I mentioned before. But let's say you would buy here, it goes up a little and then it crashes. Just wait, right? You might have to wait a day and a half, and here you can sell again, right? So do not panic, FOMO out of your sales position where a coin is already so strong and established, right? That would, in my opinion, not be the right thing to do, and you're only going to mess yourself up. And that's not what we want. We want stability, we want growth. I'm going to implement this strategy some more. I'm going to try and chase some more profits. I hope my opinion about this little project I'm doing here could teach you something. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It would really help out the channel. Subscribe if you like my content. And of course, join me and thousands of others for the weekly Bitcoin giveaways and my opinion on the crypto market through my Telegram channel down below in the description. If you have any questions about what I'm doing, feel free to ask. I'm very engaged, so I'll definitely reply to your questions. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.